Okay, so, I know I haven't really done anything in a while, and, you know, sorry to get this one, but, you know, I haven't said much about the whole, Equestria Girls thing, mostly because whenever I try to figure out my reaction to it, to kind of figure out what exactly, what I could put into words, how I feel about it, I just can't figure out how to do it. And so, so basically I was a friend of mine sent to me the Entertainment Weekly trailer. So basically the trailer that actually gives a plot outline of like what's actually going to happen. And I just had to basically show you guys my reaction to this. Literally how, and I know basically my reaction, like the way that you guys can be clued into my reaction to it was basically only with the Spoony one reference with like the whole with using that plot from like from one of the crappy fantasy movies where it's like a fantasy character goes into this brand new world and has to basically, and the comedy is like for them to have to adapt to it. And some of you have brought up that Thor was a good example of this working. The problem is that Thor wasn't really about that. Thor was actually about an arrogant god stripped of his godlike powers and then learning humility by living amongst a different race of non-godlike people. And also there was this whole thing going on with Loki planning a coup, or with Loki trying to take over Asgard, and of course all this stuff with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that. Yeah, so basically there was more stuff going on in Thor than it was going on in, say, like Beastmaster 2. Then again, I haven't actually seen Beastmaster 2. I've only actually seen the Spoony Rowan review. But anyway, to the credit of this new trailer, I'm holding here, it does make it seem like it's about something other than just, hey, go through the Stargate and see what happens. Okay, I've only watched half the trailer and already got a very visceral reaction out of me, so let's see what we can make of this. Okay.
Princess Twilight Spark.
Okay, that guy right there, the orange guy with the blue tail. Someone pointed this out. Like, someone took a screen cap of this character right here and pointed out that he looks kind of similar to that one guy that everyone's calling him Brad. Like the one with the more or less the yellow skin and the blue hair. I did not like him. Like, literally, I did not. To understand, the thing about me with the Equestria Girls is that my reaction to it was very, very negatively visceral. But I still can't really. I still can't really put into words why I just can't stand it so much. At least why it gets that much of a rise out of me. Like, why every time I see Brad, I just want to punch him in the fucking face. Okay.
We have so much to discuss.
You are a princess now. Embrace it. She's got my crown. Stop.
Okay. Put it here. So that's Sunset Shimmer. Okay. Okay. That's great. That's great. Oh, this is gonna be weird. So now basically the plot is Sunset Shimmer steals the crown of the Elements of Harmony, and then it falls into the Stargate, and then Sunset Shimmer goes into the Stargate. And so Twilight now has to go into the Stargate.
Retrieve your crown. Without it, the other elements of harmony have no power, and Equestria is left without one of its most important means of defense.
Cadence is a boring fucking character! I just want to put that out there. Literally, there's nothing much that we have been given to Cadence's personality.
You understand the importance of your task?
What does the rest of me look like?
I don't think that's how the new you is supposed to...
I did not make it through. I actually kind of half rage quit the trailer at this point. Because I knew at this point that I had to turn this into a video. Now, at first, people were kind of annoyed that Spike became a dog, because, you know, he's like basically the only main male character, and to see him being turned into something that's seen as less, like, why he wasn't turned into a little kid, no one really knows. Now, granted, my theory is that he was turned into a dog because every line of dolls marketed towards little kids needs a cute little animal friend, because Hasbro doesn't already have a cute little animal franchise to work with. But here's a reenactment of what basically my reaction to this was. A talking dog. Excuse the... if you can hear that, that's the wind, basically. A talking dog. I don't know what the hell to do with this. I really don't, but... And I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck I'm so angry about this. I think it might be because it feels like it's marketing toward a certain lowest common denominator in terms of like it's not just marketing to little girls, it's actually kind of marketing in such a way that feels kind of condescending to little girls. I just don't get it. I really don't get this. Spilled some shit all over this. God damn it. After this, it's... let's see what... oh god. 48 seconds in and this is an 8-minute video! Okay.
What am I? My magic isn't working.
You must be new here.
They do remind you of your Ponyville friends.
You're right, Spike. Looks like if I want my crown back, I'll have to become Princess of the Fall Formal.
Admittedly, the animation does look a lot better in practice. Like, just looking at the designs from, like, the other promotional BS that kind of looked like crap, but now it's just like, okay, yeah, in practice it looks a bit better, but why the hell is everyone wearing a skirt? Why is everyone wearing a skirt? Everyone. Every female character, at least every main female character that isn't background, everyone's wearing a skirt. And actually, now that I look at now that I think about it, like looking at Rainbow Dash's design, I can't tell if she's wearing shorts or that's just her wearing boxers. That would be kind of in character for her, but just... And also, to get the crown back, she has to go and enter a beauty pageant. There are people out there who are a lot more knowledgeable about the whole things about sociology and sociology amongst genders and sexes and all that, who can basically perfectly articulate why this is such a kind of a... I keep thinking of the word condescending for some reason. Point is, they could actually easily articulate why the whole, like, everything centering on a beauty pageant just seems kind of stupid. At least Miss Congeniality kind of took the piss out of the beauty pageant stuff. I think. I haven't seen that movie in a while, but god damn it. And people are going to be talking about how it's like, like, I shouldn't be angry about this because it's marketing towards girls. It's not for me. But you know what? Technically, neither was the first season, and that still got a bunch of older male and female fans out of that, because it felt like it could be enjoyed by everyone. This feels like it's not only... This feels like the marketing for this just seems like it's kind of... Not only just... The movie itself just seems like it's kind of almost trying to alienate everyone except for the target audience. Like, they just don't really care. Like, everything about this just seems like it was just thought up by a marketing team rather than the actual writers. I could be wrong. Like, why have them be, like, in a high school setting? Well, because Monster High is really popular and they're trying to make a thing with that, compete with that. Why is Spike a dog? I covered that because, girls like, cute little critters, and every single thing needs a cute little animal pet thing to go as an accessory to go along with it. Beauty pageants is a popular thing. I would actually think that I think that I might be a bit more forgiving to this. Like, if it was literally just them just starting a new show, like if there was no transition to it, just bam, humans, I would probably be a bit more forgivable about that. A bit less visceral about it. Like, you're like, okay, just, make them humans as an aesthetic choice, and now doing this sort of high school thing. Okay. I might be slightly a bit more on... At least there, I would be a bit more cautiously optimistic. But instead they just kind of go into the, oh no, new character, going into a new environment, it's the fish out of water story, just...
How exactly do you plan on doing that?
I have no idea. The magic of friendship doesn't just exist in Equestria. It's everywhere. I don't know what to say to that. I really don't know. Like... Just... So it is a musical. Okay. Whenever I felt like I would kind of calm down about this, like back when it was just the one trailer, I would watch the trailer again, and then when they started doing that one song, like, the magic of friendship brings us together and makes anything possible, I was stunned with those lyrics.
like every time I would watch that trailer, those lyrics would pop up and like, there's no hope for this. Because the lyrics are so goddamn cheesy and one note, one dimensional, and it's like, and now it's like this new song that it's like, okay, this is gonna be a musical. Damn, I hope, oh god, bless their hearts, man. I really don't know what the fuck to say about this. I really don't know how to actually perfectly articulate what my problem is. Like, I just feel like this sort of sense of dread. Like, not just that this is acting like this, but also I feel like this is just kind of soulless. Like, it's also happy and vibrant, but it's just, it doesn't feel like there's any soul behind it. And I don't know why I'm still thinking about actually trying to find a way to see this in the theater. I think it's because that if I just torrent it, I would be able to pause. That's basically what happens every time I watch an MLP episode nowadays. It's like, I pause, and then I take a breath and like walk around and pace, and then just watch again. For some reason, I can't sit still when I watch something. I literally, actually, not just with MLP, but anything, really. And so I think it's because I just, I want to, like, actually buy a ticket and, like, go to, like, one of the 3 fucking theaters in this entire state that's playing this movie. Because I don't want the ability to pause. I want to have everything, I want this whole thing to be given to me all at once. Just to have it, every solitary thing sink in. Because if I did torrent it, and if I was given the ability to pause, I'd probably end up sitting in front of the computer for about 3 fucking hours. Like, just on that. I'm just... I had this sort of thing where, like, the potential behind this show, like, yeah, it could be, like, it is very cute, and it is very cute and cuddly. That's sort of, it is basically why I got into it in the first place, but the potential, and, like, but then they started doing, like, the bigger, sort of the bigger stories with the season finales and premieres, and I just wondered, like, they can go further with this. Like, what if they actually did try to kind of go into a more expansive world-building thing? It's funny, like, years ago, when, God, it's been about 2 years now since I've been in the fandom. And every time I think about this, like I think back to, like, when I was actually, like, when I was just joined the fandom and, like, just reading fanfics and just enjoying everything. Back when everything was just fine. Like, back when Season 2 was just a far-off dream. Like, just over the horizon, man. And I just think back to, like, what if they did make a movie, like, that would be going into theaters? Man, that would be fucking great. Like, just to see, like how epic they would probably, what kind of epic thing that they could do for it, or how, maybe if they actually try to do some sort of dramatic stuff. Oh, God. What's really funny is that I remember seeing a tweet from, like, one of the movie critics that I follow, saying something like, making a joking reference to, like, what if they, like, we have to do something, like, prepare for the amount of porn that would stem from the inevitable, ponies go to human world thing. I thought he was just joking. He wasn't! This is just silly. This is just fucking silly. $20, I guess that's all I got, really. Maybe I'll figure out something else later, but whatever.